Hello, everyone. Um, Back for another Tuesday. We're going to get right into it. Today, we're going to focus on some balance that we didn't get to last week, some pushing exercises, and some plank. I'm sorry, not push, pull. Some pulling exercises, some plank, and some cardio, of course. So, let's get right to it with some warm-ups. We're going to focus a lot on some shoulder stuff today and back. So we're going to start our warm-up with some shoulder mobility exercises that kind of get our backs and shoulders warmed up. So let's get to it. First, we have our straps at mid-length, and we're going to start with some lunges with some deltoid flies. So we've got M's, which are down here. We've got some T's that are going to be in there, and we've got some Y's. So to start with, we have our straps at mid-length. We're going to face away from the anchor point. We're going to get into that Frankenstein position with our hands straight out in front of us. And we will take a small step, not too big, and put our arms down into that M shape and just kind of stretch that open and step back. So same thing with your left foot, down and stretch that and back. So we're just, like I said before, we're just kind of warming up our shoulders and delts and pressing, keeping tension on these straps the whole time. So we're pressing into these to help stand back up and just warming up our shoulders and our back so that we can get prepped for what's to come. If you don't have straps, you could always do these with just a light weight, or even without anything at all. You can just move your arms like this. Obviously, the straps help keep some tension and help stretch back a little farther, but you don't have to have it to be able to do it. So let's pause and start doing a couple with the T. So same thing, step with our right leg a little forward, and we're going to come out straight to a T. Make a T shape with our arms. So same thing here. Chest stays lifted, shoulders are back and down. And we are keeping tension on these straps, pressing into them as we stand back up. And they're coming straight out across our bodies to make a T shape. So just continuing to wake up the shoulders and increase the mobility before we put more work into them. Let's pause at the top here. And now we're going to add in a little bit of the same, but with Y. So we're going to make a Y shape now. So step out with your right leg again and make a Y with your arms and back up. And again, still keeping tension in the straps the whole time. And all of these you could do without straps. Maybe you don't have any weight at all. Maybe you carry a couple cans of food or something in each hand, just to give you something to focus on. Well, let's do just a couple more here. I think we'll have warmed up our shoulders pretty well. Okay, and let's pause there and get right into the next exercise, which will be the Cossack stretch. So for this one, it's basically a really wide-legged lunge from side to side. So our straps will stay at mid-length. We're going to be facing our anchor point this time. And take a really wide stance with your legs. You can see my legs a little bit better here. I think you can see me better that way. Okay. So really, really wide stance with your legs. And we are going to let's keep that right toe pointed forward for now. And we're going to sink our weight into that leg and stand back up. So we sink down and our left toe is pointing up at the sky, and we stand back up. Keeping tension here so that we can help pull ourselves back up. Again, you don't have to have a strap for this. You could just maybe not come quite so far down and do the stretch, but certainly the strap helps make it a little easier to get a deeper stretch. So We're just stretching here on the right. This is going to help with some hip mobility. We're not doing too terribly much with our hips today, but hips, we use our hips just to walk around every day. So of course we need strong and mobile hips. So another one here, and then let's switch sides. So same thing, our knee and foot are going to be pointing forward straight ahead of us as we sink down into that left foot, and our right toe is pointing us straight up to the sky. So we're getting a stretch in that right inner thigh there and kind of working this left quad. So it's a stretch and also warming up, especially when we're moving up and down like this as quickly as we are. So let's do a couple more. Make sure you're not hunching your back. Keep it nice and flat. Keep looking straight ahead of you. And we'll pause here at the top, and we'll do one more stretch just to, I threw this T-spine rotation in here. Let me fix this again so I'm not talking so you can see my face. So I threw this T-spine rotation in here at the beginning too. Usually I save it for the end for more of you're warmed up and it feels really good to just stretch out the back. I threw it in here at the beginning too, just so you could compare between what it feels like now and what it feels like after we've used our back muscles and are really warmed up. So we're at mid-length already. This one, it would be really difficult to do without straps. You could always just tie a rope up and sort of get it done, but this one in particular is a little challenging. I think that my best bet would be to do child's pose and then stretch your arm underneath you on each side. That's what I would suggest if you don't have straps. But if you do, we have our straps at mid-length already, and we're gonna go into single handle mode. So you remember, one strap goes into above the handle, and it does that twice. So once here, same handle comes back through again, and you have single handle mode. If this is challenging and I'm not giving you good enough directions, you can always Google this. Just pause the video right here and Google this, and there will be a close-up. Much easier to view video for that. Okay, so T-spine rotation. So if we're holding on to this, make sure you're grabbing maybe sure you give it a couple good pulls so you're grabbing the right handle. But we're gonna face sideways to our anchor point. Our handle is in our right hand, and that's close up against our chest here. Facing sideways, we're gonna put our left arm up under here. Left foot also goes forward. So left arm, left foot are facing forward, and the left foot's a little ahead of the right foot. So we're gonna take a deep breath in. And as we breathe out, we're just gonna turn and open our chests up to the anchor point. So you're only rotating out of your thoracic spine. So do not rotate down here in your low back. You don't want to feel anything twisting down there. It's all coming from up here. So let's breathe. Let's come back to the front, breathe in, and take a deep breath out again, and open up again. So we're just kind of seeing what kind of range of motion we have here. Keep the shoulders down and back. Breathe into that space in your lungs and squeeze it out. And we'll come back forward, and let's switch sides. So you have this in your right hand, grab it, turn around. If we were like this, you're gonna turn and grab it with your left hand now. So our left hand. So our right foot's a little in front. This right arm is out in front with this right leg in front. We're gonna take a deep breath. And as we breathe out, we're gonna press our shoulders down and back and open our chests up. So this side may be more able to open than the other side, or it might be stiffer. Something to take note of, just so you know how your body feels. And then just kind of take stock of this too, because we're going to do it again at the end. So I just want you to compare with how your body feels at the end. So deep breath in and come back to the front. Take another deep breath out. In and out again. And as you breathe out, you're going to come and face the back wall again. So the only thing moving right here is our upper back and shoulders. So if you're detecting a theme, you are correct. We're going to get into that more. One more deep breath in here. And as you breathe out, let's come back to the front. And we should feel a little more warmed up, especially in our chest and shoulders. So we got a little legs in there too. So grab a couple, if you have any free weights, grab those, because I'll try to work that in if you don't have straps. If you don't have free weights, you can grab cans, jugs of water, I don't know, whatever you've got around. Or you don't have to have anything. Like, you could just do the motions and make this a mobility workout and not heavy duty with the weights. So grab some of that stuff, pause this video, and we'll get back to it and we'll get into the actual workout.